Imagine, if you will, a land sculpted by fire and ice. Iceland. From high above, its glaciers spread out like vast white canvases. They gleam under the Arctic sun. These are not mere patches of snow. They are enormous rivers of ancient ice. They have shaped this island over thousands of years. Their scale is truly breathtaking. One feels a profound sense of wonder. We are looking at forces of nature that are immense and powerful. This is a world unlike any other, a true marvel of our planet. These icy giants cover more than a tenth of Iceland. They are a defining feature of its raw, dramatic landscape. Some are so large they create their own weather systems. Think of the immense weight of all that ice. It presses down on the land beneath. These glaciers have been here for a very long time. They have witnessed countless seasons. They hold stories of the Earth's past within their frozen depths. It is a privilege to observe them, to try and understand their ancient presence. The beauty of these glaciers is almost otherworldly. Light dances on their surfaces. It creates a dazzling spectacle of blues, whites and greys. Sometimes volcanic ash draws dark ribbons across the ice. This adds to their unique character. The shapes are constantly changing. Wind and water carve intricate patterns. Every view offers something new, something astonishing. It is this captivating beauty that draws us in. It makes us want to learn more about these frozen titans. Today, we embark on a special journey. We will explore Iceland's hidden glacial wonders. We will venture beyond the popular tourist trails. We seek out the lesser-known treasures. These are places of quiet majesty and incredible natural art. We will discover breathtaking ice caves. We will marvel at intricate formations. Join me as we delve into the heart of Iceland's magnificent ice world, a world that is both powerful and surprisingly delicate. Iceland's glaciers are far more than just scenic marvels. They are vital players in the Earth's complex systems. They act as giant mirrors, reflecting sunlight back into space. This helps to keep our planet cool. This reflective power is called the albedo effect. White surfaces like ice and snow are very good at this. Darker surfaces like open water or land absorb more heat. So these vast expanses of ice play a crucial role. They help regulate the Earth's temperature. They are truly guardians of our global climate. Think of them as colossal air conditioners. Their presence influences weather patterns far beyond Iceland's shores. The cold air that forms over glaciers can travel great distances. It affects atmospheric circulation. The meltwater from these glaciers also plays a part. It flows into the oceans, influencing currents. These currents distribute heat around the globe. So, what happens to Iceland's glaciers doesn't just stay in Iceland. It has ripple effects across the world. Their health is an indicator of the planet's health. Glaciers are also enormous reservoirs of fresh water. They store vast quantities of it in frozen form. This frozen water has accumulated over centuries, even millennia. As glaciers melt, they release this fresh water. It feeds rivers and lakes, supporting ecosystems. For some communities, glacial meltwater is a key source of drinking water. However, if glaciers melt too quickly, this balance is disrupted. It can lead to too much water at once, causing floods, or eventually, too little water, leading to shortages. Therefore, the fate of these icy giants is deeply intertwined with our own. They are not just remote frozen landscapes. They are active components of the Earth system that sustains us. Understanding their importance is the first step. It helps us appreciate why their conservation is so critical. Their story is a story about our planet. It is a story about our future. We must listen carefully to what they are telling us. Their silent, icy presence speaks volumes about the world we live in. While some Icelandic glaciers are famous, drawing many visitors, true treasures lie hidden. We must venture beyond the well-trodden paths. Here, we can find secret ice caves. These are not the crowded caverns you might see in brochures. They are often smaller, more intimate spaces. Finding them can be an adventure in itself. It requires knowledge, experience, and a deep respect for nature. These hidden gems offer a truly unique and personal encounter with the ice. They are nature's secret galleries of frozen art. Imagine stepping out of the bright sunlight into a world of translucent blue. This is the magic of a natural ice cave. The journey to reach one might involve hiking over rugged glacial terrain. It might mean carefully navigating with an expert guide, but the reward is an experience unlike any other. Inside, the air is still and cold. The silence is profound, broken only by the drip of melting water, or perhaps the gentle creak of the glacier moving. It is a place that feels ancient and alive at the same time. The colors within these caves are simply astonishing. Light filters through the dense, glacial ice above. It creates an ethereal glow. Shades of blue range from the palest sapphire to the deepest indigo. Sometimes, the ice is so clear it looks like polished glass. In other places, trapped air bubbles create a milky, opaque effect. Volcanic ash, embedded in the ice, can form dark, swirling patterns. It is like stepping into a giant, naturally formed crystal. Every turn reveals a new vista, a new play of light and color. The atmosphere inside these hidden caves is one of peace and wonder. The textures of the ice walls are fascinating. Some are smooth and sinuous, sculpted by meltwater. Others are sharp and jagged, where the ice has fractured. You can feel the immense pressure of the glacier all around you. It is a humbling experience. It reminds us of the power of nature. These secret caves are temporary wonders. They form and disappear with the changing seasons. This makes each discovery even more special. The ice caves we marvel at are masterpieces of ephemeral art. They are not permanent structures. They are constantly changing, evolving with the glacier itself. Most natural ice caves are formed by meltwater. During the warmer months, surface water melts. This water seeks a path downwards. It flows into cracks and crevasses in the glacier. Over time, this running water carves channels and tunnels within the ice. It is like a river flowing not over land, but through a mountain of ice. The process is a slow, patient sculpting by nature. The water, often warmer than the ice it flows through, gradually melts its path. The shape and size of the cave depend on many factors. These include the amount of meltwater, the temperature of the ice and water, and the structure of the glacier itself. Some caves are small, narrow passages. Others can be vast chambers like icy cathedrals. Each winter, as temperatures drop, the melting slows or stops. New ice may form, changing the cave's interior. Thus, a cave seen one year may look very different the next, or may have vanished entirely. Sometimes geothermal heat from volcanic activity beneath the glacier can also form ice caves. Iceland, being a land of volcanoes and glaciers, has such unique formations. This geothermal melt creates steam. The steam rises and melts the ice from below. This can result in caves with very different characteristics. They might have a warmer, more humid feel. The ice walls might be more rounded and smooth. These geothermal ice caves are a testament to the powerful forces at play in this dynamic landscape. They are a fusion of fire and ice. Exploring any ice cave requires great care and expertise. Glaciers are constantly moving. Ice can be unstable. Caves can collapse without warning. That is why it is absolutely essential to go with experienced, certified guides. They understand the risks. They know how to read the ice. They will provide the necessary safety equipment like helmets and crampons. Respecting the ice means understanding its power and its fragility. By taking these precautions, we can safely witness these incredible temporary wonders. Section 5. Frozen Rivers in Motion. Understanding Glacial Formations. It is easy to think of glaciers as static, unmoving masses of ice. But this is far from the truth. Glaciers are, in fact, very slow-moving rivers of ice. They flow downhill under their own immense weight. This movement, though often imperceptible to the naked eye, shapes the ice. It creates a variety of fascinating and dramatic formations on their surface and edges. Understanding these formations helps us to read the story of the glacier. It tells us about the forces acting upon it. It reveals its dynamic nature. One of the most common and striking features are crevasses. These are deep cracks or fractures that form in the glacier ice. They occur where the glacier flows over an uneven bedrock or where it speeds up and stretches. The ice, being brittle at the surface, cannot stretch easily, so it cracks open. Crevasses can be many meters deep. They are often hidden by a deceptive blanket of snow. This makes them a significant hazard for anyone traveling on a glacier. Their patterns can tell us about the stresses within the ice. Where a glacier flows over a very steep slope, it can break up into a chaotic jumble of ice towers. These are called seracs, and the entire steep, broken section is known as an icefall. Imagine a waterfall, but frozen in time and on a colossal scale. Seracs can be the size of houses. They are notoriously unstable. They can topple over without warning. Icefalls are some of the most dramatic and dangerous parts of a glacier. They showcase the immense power and relentless movement of the ice as it grinds its way downwards. Another fascinating formation is a moulin. This is a French word meaning mill. A moulin is a near-vertical shaft or hole in the glacier. It is formed by surface meltwater. The water drills its way down into the ice. Moulins can descend for hundreds of meters. They act like pipelines, transporting water from the surface deep into the glacier's interior. This water can lubricate the base of the glacier. This helps it to slide more easily over the bedrock. These formations are windows into the glacier's plumbing system. Section 6. Whispers from the Past. What glacial ice reveals. Glaciers are not just magnificent sculptures of nature. They are also incredible archives of Earth's history. They are like frozen time capsules. Each layer of ice contains clues about the climate and atmosphere of the past. As snow falls and accumulates year after year, it compacts under its own weight. It eventually transforms into dense glacial ice. This process traps tiny bubbles of air within the ice. These bubbles are samples of ancient atmospheres. They can be hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of years old. Scientists can drill deep into glaciers. They extract long cylinders of ice called ice cores. These cores are carefully analyzed in laboratories. The trapped air bubbles reveal the composition of the atmosphere at the time the snow fell. They can tell us about past levels of greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and methane. This information is invaluable. It helps us understand natural climate cycles. It also allows us to see how human activities are changing our atmosphere today. The ice holds a record written in air. The layers of ice themselves also tell a story. Just like tree rings, these layers can reveal past conditions. Thicker layers might indicate years of heavy snowfall. Darker bands within the ice can be caused by volcanic ash. When a volcano erupts, its ash can travel long distances. It settles on the glacier surface. This ash layer gets buried by subsequent snowfalls. By identifying ash from known eruptions, scientists can accurately date different sections of the ice core. This helps to build a precise timeline of past climate events. So these vast expanses of ice are more than just frozen water. They are libraries of Earth's environmental history. They hold whispers from a distant past. They tell us about periods of warming and cooling. They record ancient volcanic eruptions. They chronicle changes in our atmosphere over millennia. Studying glacial ice helps us to understand the Earth's climate system. It provides crucial context for the changes we are witnessing today. These frozen records are a precious resource for understanding our planet. Section 7. A silent retreat. The visible scars of climate change. The majestic glaciers of Iceland, these ancient rivers of ice, are now facing a profound challenge. All around the world, glaciers are shrinking. They are retreating at an alarming rate. This is one of the most visible and undeniable signs of our warming planet. What took centuries, even millennia to form, is now diminishing before our very eyes. The change is happening rapidly. It is a silent retreat, but its implications are far-reaching. The icy landscapes are being visibly scarred. It is a stark experience to see old photographs of these glaciers. Compare them to what we see today. Areas once covered by thick ice are now bare rock. The snouts or edges of many glaciers have pulled back significantly, sometimes by hundreds of meters or even kilometers in just a few decades. Markers placed by scientists to track this retreat tell a clear story. The story is one of loss. It is a story of a world changing faster than many of us can comprehend. This visual evidence is powerful and deeply moving. As glaciers melt and retreat, they leave behind new landscapes. Often, large meltwater lakes form at the glacier's edge. These lakes are often filled with icebergs that have calved or broken off from the glacier. These lakes can be strikingly beautiful, with their milky turquoise water and floating ice. But their appearance is a direct consequence of the glacier's decline. They are a symptom of a warming world. They are a poignant reminder of what is being lost. These lakes are growing in size and number across Iceland. There is a melancholy beauty in watching icebergs carve from a glacier front. A huge piece of ice, weighing many tons, detaches and crashes into the water. It is a spectacular display of nature's power. Yet it is also a clear sign of the glacier's disintegration. Each iceberg that floats away represents a piece of ancient ice lost to the sea. While carving is a natural process, the increased frequency and scale we see today are driven by rising temperatures. The glaciers are speaking to us through these dramatic events. They are telling us that the balance has been disturbed. Section 8. The Science of Melting Understanding Glacial Decline. The retreat of Iceland's glaciers is not just a local phenomenon. It is part of a global trend. Scientists around the world have been meticulously studying glaciers for many years. Their data paints a clear and concerning picture. Glacial melt has accelerated significantly in recent decades. This acceleration is closely linked to the rise in global average temperatures. As the Earth warms, more ice melts during the summer, and less snow accumulates during the winter to replenish the glacier. This imbalance leads to a net loss of ice. The primary driver of this warming is the increase in greenhouse gases in our atmosphere. Gases like carbon dioxide, released from burning fossil fuels, trap heat. This is known as the greenhouse effect. While this effect is natural and essential for life on Earth, human activities have greatly amplified it. More trapped heat means higher temperatures. Higher temperatures mean more melting ice. The science is robust. The connection between human-induced climate change and glacial decline is well established. It is a stark reality we must confront. The consequences of this widespread glacial melt are numerous and serious. One of the most significant is sea level rise. As glaciers and ice sheets on land melt, the water flows into the oceans. This causes sea levels to go up around the world. This threatens coastal communities and ecosystems. Low-lying islands and coastal cities face increased risks of flooding and erosion. Even a small rise in sea level can have devastating impacts for millions of people. The melting ice of distant glaciers directly affects coastlines thousands of miles away. Locally, the decline of glaciers also has profound effects. In Iceland, it impacts hydrology. Changes in meltwater patterns can affect freshwater availability. It can also influence the stability of mountain slopes. As glaciers retreat, they can expose unstable terrain, increasing the risk of landslides. Ecosystems that depend on glacial meltwater are also affected. The loss of these icy giants is not just an aesthetic one. It has tangible consequences for the environment and for human societies. Understanding the science helps us grasp the urgency of the situation. Section 9. Our Fragile Heritage, a Call to Protect the Ice. Our journey through Iceland's hidden glacial wonders has shown us a world of incredible beauty. We have seen the ethereal glow of secret ice caves. We have marveled at the dramatic sculptures of seracs and ice falls. We have learned how these frozen rivers are not static, but constantly in motion. We have understood that they are more than just ice. They are archives of Earth's history. They are crucial regulators of our climate. These icy realms are truly some of our planet's most precious treasures. Yet, as we have also seen, these magnificent structures are profoundly fragile. They are acutely sensitive to changes in our climate. The visible scars of retreat and melting are a stark reminder of their vulnerability. The same forces of nature that sculpted these wonders over millennia are now being accelerated by human actions. This delicate balance is being disrupted. The beauty we cherish is under threat. It is a sobering thought that future generations may not be able to witness these icy marvels as we can today. Their splendor is matched only by their fragility. If we are to visit these extraordinary places, we must do so with the utmost care. Responsible tourism is key. This means choosing operators who respect the environment. It means following guidelines to minimize our impact. We must tread lightly on the ice. We must leave no trace of our visit. Education plays a vital role too. By learning about glaciers and the threats they face, we can become better advocates for their protection. Every visitor has a responsibility to help preserve these unique environments for those who come after us. The fate of Iceland's glaciers, and indeed glaciers worldwide, rests in our hands. Their decline is a clear message from our planet about how the earthly cycles of weather and climate work. We must heed this warning. We must understand how the Earth itself takes meaningful actions to keep itself clean and healthy throughout the millennia. We must do our part and also find more sustainable ways of living. Conserving these icy marvels is not just about protecting beautiful landscapes. It is about safeguarding the health of our planet and our own future. Let us be inspired by their grandeur. Let us be understanding of their cyclical plight. Let us become dedicated guardians of this fragile, frozen heritage. Please like, subscribe, and share this with others. Until next time, and a brand new, exciting adventure.